so often, the sports hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. That's Jeremy Garrison. I'm Michael Benatar. Jeremy, we're going to run down the top 10 stories of the week.
Let's do it.
Number one, FCC, they're taking out the blackout rule. Unanimous vote. It's no longer a bad thing. You can now watch all your favorite bad teams on TV.
It's great. This is a stupid rule for people that can't afford to go to games and they want to watch on TV. That's how it should be. So now they want to ban people from saying Redskins on the air.
Yeah.
So I did some research on this. Did you know that you're allowed to say the N-word on TV,
really?
but they're going to ban Redskins?
Like, are you allowed to say it with the A or the ER at the end?
The ER, the whole thing.
Wow.
It's just an example of mind your business, FCC. Mind
And
your
Redskins
business.
is not that bad.
To some people it is. To most people it's not.
Okay.
All right, our second story, our second shot is Michael Phelps arrested for DUI for the second time in his life. He was going 84 and a 45 while hammered in Maryland, Mike. This is his second one, and he's rich and famous.
He's got nothing to do, Jeremy. He's just sitting around. Like, is he training for the Olympics? I don't know. He's probably just, isn't he? He's probably, I don't know what he's doing, but.
Yeah, he's coming back to the Olympics.
Well, he's got a lot of free time. I mean, I feel like swimming, you can't do it all day, and you got to let loose. Like being in a pool all day long, just doing laps like a little hamster. You want to let loose.
Yeah. So that's why he smokes a lot of weed. We know he smokes a lot of weed, but drinking too, not a good combo, one or the other. And he's rich. Hire a driver. It'd be like $30,000.
Even I get drivers, and
you're not.
I'm not rich. Number 3?
Okay, so this got a lot of play on Twitter last night.
I didn't even say what it was yet.
Well, I'm going to tell people.
Right.
I'm going to tell them Lebrons Hair Line.
Yes.
So I tweeted a picture at TSH Podcast on Tuesday night of LeBron's hairline, and it was a before and after. The before was 2 weeks ago at a shoe event for Nike.
Full head of hair.
He had full head of hair. It was like all the way down
like
here, and it was
eyebrows.
Yeah, better than both of our hairs combined.
My hairline's really going back fast.
Join the club. So he had, and it was thick. It wasn't just like there, but it was thick hair. And then he shows up at Cavs minicamp yesterday, and the hair is all gone, and he's receding worse than ever before. No headband. So go to TSH Podcast on Twitter. That's where the picture's at.
And let me tell you this. I have a theory. You know how sometimes there's that like spray stuff that you can do? Like, oh, I'll just color it in, like just for men, I'll spray it on, kind of look a little thicker.
Well, I want to ask, is that for... I'm not trying to be racist here. Is this for white people? Or
I think it's for all people. Like if you say you got to...
Not the same, but me and LeBron wouldn't use the same spray.
No, you would. But like say you're a little patchy in the back. You just give it a little spray to kind of fill in the color to make it look like. Or number 2. Yeah, it does exist. I'll send you a bottle. Number 2, maybe it was Photoshopped. Was anybody actually there?
No, there were it was at an event. There was multiple ones. It was real life. So I'm calling it The Curious Case of LeBron's Hairline. It's a new movie that we're making, a mockumentary. The Curious Case of
But
LeBron's
I want to
hairline.
hear, Jeremy, like for me, I saw the picture. I saw like, wow, his hairline's coming back. I'm like, okay, cool. He got hair plugs. And then 2 days later, it looks like he's a 55-year-old man with like little patches. So
LeBron can afford the plugs. Why take them out?
Was it a plug? Was it just like a little hair piece that he put in because he wanted to look good?
It wasn't a piece. It wasn't. I don't think.
I mean, they do those on TV all the time. You never can tell. They put on mustache.
Sometimes you can tell.
Yeah, but all right.
I just think it's different for someone like LeBron with that kind of hair. I don't think it's as easy to fake it, which is weird. So it's like high-tech stuff. Like I could just get a toupee right now and it'd look better than it is. You know?
Well, you don't really need a toupee. You need more of a fullness effect.
Volume.
That's what you need. That's what you get the shampoo. All right, number 4, Jeremy. I think this should be a new staple on the show. Weekly NFL fuck-ups. Because every week, now, do you see the picture in the rundown of this jacked dude?
Yeah, I like it. Are we throwing that up right now?
I will throw it up. So this is Colts safety LeBron Landry. He was hit with a 4-game suspension for taking PEDs. And by the looks of the picture, it's obvious. Like
he looks like the most jacked person you've ever seen. And he has so many gym selfies on his Instagram and Twitter. That's your first sign. Like when you take a picture every time you work out, you're probably taking something.
And that wasn't the only thing. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. Rix Rogers. was arrested for DUI, I guess, or high or something. It looks like the Colts are really. There must be nothing to do out there, except for do a whole bunch of drugs, drive around.
I've been to Indianapolis, and there's nothing to do. I mean, it's a decent downtown when it's not the winter, but. So are we also saying EJ Manuel's a fuck up because he's so awful?
I was gonna say that he was benched for Kyle Orton, and that's kind of bad when Kyle Orton has to step in as your number one quarterback.
Kyle Orton retired from the Cowboys last year, and then he came back. It's kind of a weird situation. But EJ Manuel, I think he's done. I think he'll never throw another pass. That's how bad.
Will he be like Kyle Orton kind of thing? Like, will he be?
No, he won't last that long. He'll be selling cars like Josh Gordon in a year.
Josh Gordon's coming back though. This is only his midterm. Like, he's selling cars just for now. But
I know, but
I don't think I think Kyle Orton could land somewhere. Like if like the Bucks.
Manuel.
Oh yeah, sorry. EJ. I mean. He could go to the Bucks, or he could go to the Jets.
No, Glennon's better.
Glennon's better?
Manuel's bad.
He's throwing balls way over Sammy Watkins. I got Sammy Watkins. I want him to do well.
What people say about Manuel, and it's unfair because I don't know the guy. People say he's really stupid, like a really stupid man. And there's people out there. We all know people that are just plain out stupid. Yeah. And he's fucking stupid.
All right.
Another fuck up is the Raiders. This was
going to be the fifth shot, Jeremy. This was just.
No, I know it's a fifth shot, but still.
This was the whole organization is a bad organization. They fired their coach after 4 games, but it was pretty bad. I didn't know his actual stats. So it was consecutive 8-8 seasons, and then 2.
Which isn't bad for the Raiders. Let's start right there.
No, but all right. So then they went 2 straight 4-12 finishes, and this year they're 0-4 starting out. And the team's point differential is minus 51 points. So they're obviously not throwing up a lot of points. I don't know if this is the coach's fault. I think it's the whole organization, how they're drafting people and getting rid of. Because, like, didn't they draft up to get Matt Flynn and then get rid of Matt Flynn and then lose another draft pick to get Matt Schwab?
Yeah, they're paying these guys to not play quarterback for them. They're still paying them. Derek Carr could be decent, but he's already hurt. So it's just a bad sitch. It's a bad sitch there.
Cool. That's a bad sitch.
It's a bad sitch. The problem is they fire everyone that they have, and they can't have any consistency. And I'm not saying that this guy deserves to keep his job, but there's no consistency there. Some say John Gruden is going to go back, and to that I say, why the hell would he go to Oakland?
Just stay on ESPN. I love him. I love him on ESPN. All right, Jeremy.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
You just said that. I gotta say something. I think he's worse than Phil Simms.
No.
John Gruden he's just so excited about everything.
I like it though. It makes me want to watch. But
an analyst needs to analyze and be positive and critical, and he's just positive all the time. It's weird.
Phil Simms is just kind of monotone, like, all right, the next play, because he's on Madden and everything. You hear Phil Simms all the time. We got to get rid of him. I'm signing that petition.
I hope Gruden does coach, so we get someone like Trent Dilfer on Monday night. He's a good analyst.
All right. Number 5, Jeremy, the weekly parlay. This has not been going well for me, Jeremy. My fantasy team's in the dumps. My gambling's in the dumps. This year is I'm like the Raiders right now. I'm 0-4 in everything.
I can't believe it's week 5 already. Where does it go?
I don't know. All right, Jeremy. So right now my parlay from last week, I'm now 11-12 for the season on my parlays.
It's like really bad. You were 0-4 last week.
0-4. Hit it on the nose.
Okay, let's see what you got.
All right, Jeremy. This week I got the Bucks. The Bucks are playing. Who are they playing? Why did I take them?
Saints.
The Saints. They're getting 10 points.
New Orleans blows everyone out at home. You should take the Saints. I know they lost on the road to Dallas. They blow out people at home.
All right. I'm taking Seattle at home Monday night against the Redskins.
Okay, you know they're traveling 2,000 miles from Seattle. They're not at home.
I know. This should be fine. Jeremy, these are my picks. Why do you hate them so much? Just give me a little confidence.
You just said Seattle was at home, and they're not at home.
No. Yeah. Sorry, they're playing Redskins Monday night. It's Monday night. It's fine.
What's the spread?
7.5.
Seahawks coming off a bye.
Yeah. They got all the rest in the world.
Are the Redskins also coming off?
No, Redskins played last week Thursday. They played Thursday night. Thursday. And they got destroyed by New York. And New York's not that good.
I want to stop you for a second. You mentioned the Bucks. I don't bet online, and I should, but I bet at work on games. I took the Bucks straight up to beat the Steelers.
Did you really?
I took them straight up to win.
Why don't you, Jeremy? You should be betting.
Well, I thought of that. So I could have won so much money on that.
A lot of money.
Because it's like when you least expect it, it happens. So here's how I thought. The Bucks had previously got blown out by the Falcons, 56-14. The Steelers had previously Sunday Night Football beat the Panthers big time in Carolina. So it's like there's no chance, or yet it's the NFL and there is a chance, and that's why it happened.
I like you, Jeremy. All right, my next one, I'm taking the Jags plus 6.5 against the Steelers.
Jags at home, I like it. Bortles look good.
He looks good. I didn't watch the game. I was traveling. I was actually in Seattle over the weekend.
I know you were. So you chose, I don't care about Seattle, you chose to play Teddy Bridgewater ahead of Bortles against me, and what happened, Mike?
It still worked out okay, but I lost.
That's what I was
And Jeremy, I'm bad. I'm bad in everything. Why? My decisions don't even matter anymore.
It's getting personal.
Don't. Next, I'm taking the Bills. +7.
On the road in Detroit. The Lions are a much better team in Detroit, Mike. So I sense an underdog theme with you.
Right, I'm just taking these points. I really like the points. I think no one can really plan for Kyle Orton. There's an unpredictability, kind of like what Bridgewater brought last week against the Falcons.
I'll buy that. And the Bills are a 7-point dog to Detroit. The Bills are not a bad team. They're 2-2. They started out 2-0.
And then I took Minnesota with Bridgewater. I think they're a different team with Bridgewater against the Packers.
Now it's a Thursday night game, short week on the road at Lambeau. What's the line?
Somehow I ended up betting Vikings straight up, and that was an accident. I think I was trying to go the other way. If you keep talking for a minute, I will see.
Yeah, I'll keep talking. I don't think the Vikings will win.
8.5.
I mean, you'd rather bet the spread, but Rodgers looked good against Chicago, and it's Green Bay. Teddy B is in for low regression. You know all about regression. I wrote something about you, boy.
Yes, man. You did. All right, so that's my parlay. Who knows if it's going to happen? Don't listen to me till I go over 500 in my gambling. Okay. All right, number 6, our eliminator picks. Right now we're 2-1, Jeremy. Because
we are
2-1.
Yep, and the winner gets tickets to an NFL game.
So stop trying to pick the same teams I'm picking this week. I contradict myself here, but I'm taking the Packers.
I don't understand. You just took the Vikings.
I know. I got to go both ways here. I got to go.
All right, I'm not going to take the Packers.
All right, who are you going to take?
I'm going to take the Saints at home against the Bucs. Cross them off the list.
All right, let me put that down.
Taking the Saints, J-Dog. And I expect to be up on you.
J-Dogs,
I'll be
Saints.
up on you.
Do you really like the Saints? Now, in my 100K eliminator pool, I still have not yet picked a team, and I'm up in the air. I really don't know who to take.
It's not a great week for the eliminator, I'll be honest.
There's no standout team that this team's going to win. And it's tough.
Yeah, I like the Saints.
I might take the Browns too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna switch my pick to the Browns.
Okay. On the road at Tennessee. Okay.
I like the Browns.
Go for it.
All right, I'm taking the Browns. I'm switching live.
Sure, you know what an eliminator is. All right. Moving on. More football in a second. I want to talk about Rajon Rondo's broken hand.
I don't know anything about this, Jeremy. Obviously, I don't follow.
So it is broken. That much we know. We don't know exactly how he broke it. The Celtics are telling people that he broke it in the shower. He fell down in the shower. Okay. Could have happened, but odd, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
And it gets you thinking, that sounds odd, and it sounds a little made up, because I've never heard of that happening.
Yeah.
Who falls in the shower, especially a star athlete? So, did a little I-team work.
Oh.
It turns out, the day before the injury, Rajon Rondo was at an indoor trampoline world in Boston. This is true. He was at indoor trampoline world, and the next day he has a broken hand. I'm telling you, he was bouncing around and broke his hand.
Those things are dangerous. Remember when we went? You can hurt yourself.
Honestly, I got really tired jumping.
I got the flu after, so don't go when there's little kids.
That's weird. Okay, so curious case of Rondo and LeBron. Yeah. They're being curious. The worst team in the world, number 8, our 8th shot. If you watch football this week, you know who the worst team in the world is right now.
I didn't watch a lot of football over the weekend, so
okay, so you might not know.
Who is the worst team in the world?
It's people we're going to talk about later, and we're going to tease it. It's the New England Patriots.
Jeremy.
They're the worst team. Worst team in the world.
They're not that.
They got the Chiefs blew them out. The Chiefs aren't even that good. I'll tell you what, in week 1, the Chiefs were the worst team in the world. We talked about that. And now the Chiefs blew out the Patriots, so of course the Patriots are the worst team in the world.
I did win $85 betting the Chiefs straight up on that game.
That's great. I had 4 Chiefs players against me in fantasy. I was up 60 points, and I had Edelman. 4 Chiefs, Charles, Kelsey, defense, kicker. I lost by like 20.
It's tough, the fantasy world. So honestly, they can turn it around. It's only 4 games. You're not.
Well, yeah, it's not permanently the worst in the world. Obviously, the Chiefs.
They are the worst right now in the league.
Tom Brady said today his offense sucks. He actually said it.
It's kind of true. All right, 9th shot, Jeremy. I don't know what this is. Snoop Dogg. What's going on with Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg is a Steelers fan, and he posted some Instagram videos on Sunday after they lost to the Bucks. It was a crazy game, right? Crazy game when the Bucks came back at the last second, and he was ripping the offensive coordinator, the Steelers offensive coordinator. He was ripping him. He is cursing so much. The cleanest part that ESPN could play of it was a 1-second snippet
Snoop
without
Dogg
a curse.
or
Snoop Dogg. Yeah, he was ripping the coordinator. He said, "A true fan. All my teams, they suck. The Cowboys, the Raiders, the Steelers." It was really weird. Go to his Instagram and watch those. It's really interesting.
So Snoop Dogg, big Steelers fan.
He's just like us on a Sunday. Like, we get pissed off, and we make Instagram videos.
I get more depressed than anything lately on Sundays. My fantasy teams.
Maybe you should just get some fresh air or something.
I tried last week, and it still didn't work out for me. All right, number 10. We talked about it a little bit ago. The end of the Brady Belichick era. Is this it? Is this the downfall of Tom Brady? This
is it. They will never win a division title together.
Now, are they going to keep paying him? Because they're paying him a very little money.
Yeah. Unless he gets hurt Peyton Manning style, he doesn't just depart, right? He doesn't leave.
If he gets hurt and then they cut him, does he go somewhere else?
Yeah, he wants to play. He wants to play till he's 40. He's only 37.
So you're okay. So what teams could he go to? Maybe
we never saw Peyton on the Broncos, so it's kind of hard. Yeah. What if he went to the Jets?
I think it's somebody with a lot of money. It's a lot of salary cap they have.
Jets have a lot of money.
If Jets have a lot of
money.
What
if he went to the Steelers when Big Ben leaves?
Well, how old is Big Ben? Big Ben's still going to be there for a few more years.
But they talked about getting Big Ben out of there. They talked about it.
I mean,
talk to your boy.
I don't know anything about the Steelers.
I know. Where do you see him going? Oakland?
Oakland would be a good fit. He'd go on the West Coast. Maybe
he would retire before he goes to Oakland.
Seriously?
Maybe he would go to the LA team and he'd be the first QB for LA.
I like that.
He's so LA. Giselle would love some LA.
I would like it too. I'm a big fan. I just drop all my other teams and just jump on the LA team.
All right, Mike, good show tonight. You're going to want to follow us at TSH Podcast on Twitter. Always active on the Twitter machine.
You are very active, Jeremy. I follow you for my news. I follow us for my news.
Us is better. That sounds good. All right.
If we don't get molested, the rest of the reviews. See you next time.